Hi everybody, welcome to another review of the Oval. Sorry I'm late with it. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I just didn't. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I just didn't get around to doing it. Um, and I didn't take notes, so I'm just gonna try to do like a condensed review of this. So to me, there wasn't a whole lot going on in this episode, the season coming back or whatever, but it just wasn't a lot going on to me. But anyway, so basically Donald wanted to drone the cabin where Bobby and what's his name? Max are at. And he's telling Hunter about this, and Victoria had reservations, and she's like, you think that nobody is going to notice a drone bombing something? And Hunter's like, well, I'm the president. And not a very good one. I mean, Victoria is more intelligent than he is. She may be like a menace and vicious, but she's more intelligent than he is and is more fit to make those sort of decisions, because she's just more intelligent. That's all there is to it. And what else happened? Okay, so let's talk about Lily. So she was at her house, her and Donald's house, and she basically lays down all these ground rules about, well, I'm going to do what I want in here with who I want to, and you don't have anything to say about it. And I'm going to sleep in this separate room, and you're not to come in there. And then he's trying to, Donald is angry and he's trying to save face, and he calls up Kyle, like, as much as say, well, I can have over what I want to too. And Lily's like, okay, and she really was unbothered. But what really bothered Donald was this part. She said, okay, do you know these folks from these newspapers? She said three names. I don't remember what the names are, she said, you know them. I've given them keys to safe deposit boxes with information in them. So if something happens to me, they are to open that up and um, read what's in there. Obviously, she's compiled all the stuff she has, all the dirt she has, and has it ready. Um, to keep her safe. That's to keep her safe. And so sometimes sort of the information is going out. So it was three people, but that seemed like a short list because crazy Donald and the White House, they could take out three people rather easily. But it turns out that she really sent it to like 39 different journalists. So Donald was peeved about that because she's got him over a barrel right now, and I was just here for it. I was here for that because Donald needs to be brought down a whole lot of pegs because he just does too much, and him and Kyle are just obnoxious. So speaking of Kyle, when Donald called him, he really didn't want to he didn't really want to talk to Donald. He's like, Donald asked him, where are you? And he's like, in my car, which was kind of a smart answer. The way he said it was smart because, somebody might say, oh, I'm driving. If somebody asks him, where are you? They'll say, I'm driving. But Kyle gave Donald kind of a duh answer, so, because he's not too pleased. If you remember that Lily is back at the house because Kyle just hates Lily. And so Kyle is over there bothering the pharmacist, and oh Lord, I forgot the guy's name. Give me a second, because or the pharmacy assistant. Yeah, the pharmacy assistant. I think. What's his name? Instead of just not looking, not knowing his name, I'm gonna look it up real quick. The Oval. Come on now, I gotta get on Wikipedia. But anyway, so basically Kyle was harassing this guy, and he's trying to leave the pharmacy, and Kyle had done something to his car so it would not start. And the guy's like, "What did you do to my car? What did you do to my car?" And Dale is his name. So Dale's like, "What did you do to my car?" And Kyle won't tell what he did, and he's got the guy blocked in, and he's like trying to get him to come home with him, and he's like, "I'm not going home with you. I'm not going home with you. Is this a government vehicle? Do you want to explain how it got wrecked?" But Kyle was not letting up. He was not relenting. He's just messing with this guy, and Kyle is just a stalker. So I guess now that Donald has made him angry, he's shifting all his attentions to uh, Dale. And this is why you don't mess with crazy people. I mean, yeah, Dale just went home with Kyle once. But that was one too many times, because Kyle's just not the kind of guy that's just going to leave something alone. He's going to get crazy and stalkerish. And I don't know what it is with Tyler Perry and these stalker types, because, on our other favorite show that just went off, the haves and the have-nots, we had Justin being a nutcase. Then on If Loving You Was Wrong, you had Travis turn into a big old psycho and start stalking Kelly and doing all this stuff. And I don't know what it is with Tyler Perry and these stalker characters, but whatever. Speaking of the pharmacy, Sharon is just all ready to go all in with Kareem. And meanwhile, Barry is kidnapped by the Rockadushis. I think that's how the show started out, was with the Rockadushis, and they had Barry hostage. I don't know what they're going to do to Barry, but he's in big trouble. He was a fool for going out there with them and had no backup or anything. I mean, it's an entire cult. And Barry just went by himself. I know he's concerned about his daughter, but you got to use some common sense. If you're going to get her back, you've got to stay alive to do that. You're of no use to her if you end up dead at the hands of this crazy cult that has her held hostage. Okay. Let me think. I want to make sure I'm good. And then there was Alan and Ellie had a scene, and they're going back and forth about him, not wanting her sleeping with the president. She's basically, "I'm going to do what I want, and you need to get out," and blah, 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 and all of that. I just think that was kind of repetitive, because we know where their positions are. They've argued before. We know what is up there. So, now my favorite parts of the episode involved Priscilla, Sam, Richard, and Nancy. So let's talk about Priscilla. So Sam came home, and she had on her nice, lingerie and stuff, and she's like, come on, let's do this. And then he's being, pushing her away, being real, evasive, and like, no. And then he's like, "I just want to shower." And Priscilla's like, "Well, this is what you wanted, isn't it?" And then she just lets it out. She's like, "Did you sleep with her?" And she just goes up, because he's like, "Did Richard tell you?" And I'm like, "Nah, Richard didn't tell her. I mean, that's not Richard's style, and he has problems of his own to worry about." So she was just furious. And I'm all in for seeing Priscilla go off on Sam, because he deserves it, because Sam did not have to do that. I mean, if you're married, you need to show some restraint. I mean, if you're having a problem in your marriage, in the bedroom, you need to talk it out, figure out what's happening, and go from there. But you don't go outside your home to get it. That's just wrong. Now, Sam, he's going to go over to Richard's house and start going in on Richard. And at first, Richard doesn't know. He's talking about, "What are you talking about, man?" And And he's like, you don't want to good to go here with me. You do not want to go here with me. And he says, and Richard says, he's basically like, I just because I heard you doesn't mean I told on you or whatever, or something like that. And then okay, then what? Okay, and then the fight started, and I when Richard said that, basically said you don't want to mess with me. I expected for Richard to really go in on Sam and beat him up. But Sam was kind of getting the best of Richard, and ignorant Jody, the neighbor, she's over there like, oh my God, I'm calling the police, and blah, 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 and all of this. And then Nancy has to come out in her pajamas and break it up. And Jody's still going on, and Nancy's like, take your ass in the house. And Jody did not like that. And so Nancy, she manages to get the whole situation, shut down, get the fight shut down. Richard goes in the house and she's locked out. And Jody's like, oh, now you can't get back in. Blah, blah, blah. And Nancy's just like, had it with Jody. It's like her nosiness was bad enough, but it was like, she was kind of, patient with Jody before, and, like kind of let it slide, like, yeah, kind of ignored it. But now that everything is so tense, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna blow up on you now. I'm not doing too good, so you better stop this being nosy or I'm gonna blow up on you. And that's exactly what Nancy did. And Jody's like, yelling at the yard, I want my stock pot back and my butter. And she probably didn't even have real butter. Probably was some Country Crock or Imperial or Blue Bonnet or all of that or something. She didn't have no real butter. You know that people will be calling that margarine butter and they know it's not butter. Anyway, so I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. I'm sorry if I missed anything. I just wanted to jump on here and do this review real quick. But anyway, so out there at the cabin, Max and Bobby, they're going back and forth, and Bobby is just so dumbstruck. I mean, he loves Lily, but he's really dumbstruck about it. And not Sam, Max is like the only sort of voice of reality. This is like this serious situation. We have to take it seriously and be very careful. And just as the drone strikes, they're able to run out of the cabin. So yeah, that's how it ended. Like I said, it wasn't really too much going on in this episode, just in my opinion, but it was all right. The best parts were, like I said, with Priscilla and Sam and Richard and Nancy and Nosy Jody. That was the kind of scene I was here for when Nancy told her to take your ass in the house. That was so funny. But anyway, tell me what you think. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Bye.